You have a really strong viral sense, tens and tens of millions of views. You've blown up multiple channels to millions of subscribers. Can you walk me through your social media history in trying to crack virality?
I was applying to college and I was browsing the r/applying to college subreddits, and they all just grinded farming karma every single day. I became one too. Started reposting memes on Imgur onto Reddit. I got to 250k karma before I realized like that was completely pointless.
Because you also graduated Berkeley at 18.
At the time, I wanted to flex to like my classmates that I was able to handle a huge course load. So I would legit just like sign up for like 10 classes over the traditional course limit. I had to like ask a counselor to like increase my limit. I just felt really powerful doing that.
What did your childhood kind of look like?
I enjoyed my childhood, but I think to other people it's pretty rough.
Why was it rough?
Because I was an immigrant. I came here when I was 8 years old and I didn't speak any English. It was just my pregnant mom, my younger brother, and I filing a lot of the paperwork, not really knowing English, getting bullied because I didn't speak English. There were times where I just wasn't really full eating my meals. As such, I wanted to make money myself.
And what are the other things that you tried?
I had lunch with one of my co-founders and he was like, yo, what do you think about Sperm Racing?
Shane, thank you for coming on Weird.
Of course, yeah, thank you for inviting me.
You're the perfect guest because your life, low-key, hella weird. Like, you're 23, you have 8 million followers across social media, and you founded 3 startups, including Sperm Racing, and you graduated Berkeley at 18.
Yeah.
There's so many things I want to get into, like, how did your life even become this way? But before that, can we talk about your most recent viral video? Like, you posted a video less than 24 hours ago, and it already has 25 million views, bro. Like, and it's like the height one. Like, bro, it's crazy. I saw it, and I was like, how does this already have 1 million likes? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. This weekend is the Super Bowl, right? And I posted on my story about like which creators that follow me are here in town in SF. And then this guy named Tyler, he swiped up and he runs this tour called the Tall Tour. And he was like, yo, let me bring my friends over. And they're all like 7-footers. And they came to the Sperm Racing office and I was like, yo, let's make a video. Yeah, at the time, I was just thinking about what types of stuff can go viral. And yeah, I came up with this idea, which is like the fourth dimension, which is something I saw on Instagram before as a trend. But I thought like I would really like have a really good spin on this since I normally do these stitch reaction videos anyways. I posted it. I woke up and yeah, in 9 hours, it had like 15 million views. And that was pretty crazy.
Wait, because when I saw it, I saw you posted it at 12 a.m. And isn't it usually like, oh, you have to post during certain hours or else people are not going to see it? We post at 12 a.m. and it's like, boom, like it went crazy.
Yeah, I mean, today the algorithm is good enough to find people around the world, like wherever, to watch your stuff. And it really doesn't matter what time you post, to be honest. I posted once like 12 hours before that. And then posted like 2 videos since then as well. So yeah, it really doesn't matter. You can post anytime in today's algorithms.
And so obviously when you were meeting up with these guys, you knew like, okay, I already have the following. They have the following. They have these crazy heights. I'm the height detection guy. So I already knew that you had the ingredients for a successful viral video. But in your mind, like, can you walk me through still, like, what were you thinking about exactly when you were creating the video where you knew once it was done that it was going to be viral?
It's hard to say. I didn't have the intention of inviting them to make a video. It was just to meet them, to hang out with them, to see what happens, right? But then we actually ended up making a video. We had 2 takes for the entire thing. It took only like 10 minutes. But the ideation of the video just comes from intuition on like what videos I've seen in the past, right? I actually filmed the video like a whole day before, but spent like 1 whole day just editing it, plus thinking about the captions. I had like 3 different caption ideas for that video, and ended up within this like POV. You have the world's like tallest friend group caption.
I know that you have a really strong viral sense. Like, obviously you've made multiple videos with like tens and tens of millions of views. You've blown up multiple channels to millions of subscribers. Can you walk me through your social media history in trying to crack virality?
So I started posting when I was a kid, like in elementary school. I made these stop motion logo animation videos. I would grind 20 hours per week, every week, making these videos. And I did that for a whole year to get to 20 subscribers. My channel got banned afterwards, but that was like where I first started like creating content. I stopped video content for a while after. Sometimes I would be like filming myself playing piano and posting onto my like Instagram stories, but nothing really serious until uh like I was applying to college, and I was like browsing the r/applying to college subreddits and made a lot of my online friends there. And my online friends, coincidentally, they were all karma horse, or whatever they call themselves, and they all just grinded like farming karma every single day, and just for no purpose. And like them, I became one too. Started reposting memes on Imager from like Facebook onto Reddit, and we would just get the high of just getting onto r/all, like the front page of Reddit, like day after day. And I got to 250k karma before I realized like that was completely pointless. Right. Then I posted on LinkedIn.
Wait, you posted on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I posted on LinkedIn at the time. It was like completely just Facebook memes. Yeah, I gained like a few thousand followers, and yeah, also just didn't feel like it was meaningful, at least at the time. Then it was late 2020, and people were talking about TikTok, so I decided to download it and try it myself. And at the time, I didn't know how to create like viral TikTok videos. So I had this mentality of just posting as much as I can to learn about the algorithms. So I would wake up at like 8 a.m. and just start making and posting, editing just like all day until I sleep. And I would post between 30 to 50 videos every single day. And by week 2, I would have hundreds of videos out on my page. Since I posted so much, I had a few that went viral. And through these viral videos, I was able to learn like what worked and what didn't work, and found my first niche. And that was try not to laugh reaction videos. So I posted these videos, and yeah, really grinded, and I was gaining like 1 million followers every single month.
Bro.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I got to like 4 million followers in less than half a year. And that was like my first time being like really popular on social media.
And how old were you at the time?
I think I was around 18. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, it was my first time getting recognized on the streets. It was my first time, yeah, getting that many followers, getting brand deals and whatnot. But if you guys remember, in 2020 or 2021, TikTok's algorithm was really bad in terms of community guidelines, and they would just flag random videos and ban creators randomly. I was one of the victims in that. I had my account completely nuked, permanently banned, and I had to spend like 3 months just trying to message the different TikTok employees on LinkedIn trying to get it back. And after I got it back, I lost all motivation to post, and yeah, just like started doing other stuff.
And so you say that creators post for 2 reasons: to get reach or to get money. Which one do you care more about?
Definitely care more about reach. I think it feels like an investment, right? And also, I think like the more reach I get, the more serendipitous moments that come to me in my life.
What was the most serendipitous moment that happened in your life because of your following? Because actually today, I was just explaining to my friend like the concept of serendipity, where it's like the craziest things in life happen not because you are really, really good, but because you just happen to be in the right place at the right time. Okay, I know this sounds like hella corny, but it's like so true, right? Like everyone who's experienced this like really, really knows this.
I agree. Yeah. The craziest stuff is, it's hard to say because I've had so many, but
Like top 3.
so for some context, I really like playing piano, right? So I anytime there's a public piano, I try my best to try to play on it, because I enjoy playing, and enjoy playing on different pianos. And I saw this post by this Instagram account called Humans of New York, and
I've seen it before.
yeah, and the person behind it, Brandon, he made a post saying that Juilliard gave them a grand piano in Grand Central, and they're finding different pianists to line up to play it, right? And I saw the guidelines, and I just wrote an email to Brandon or to their team about how much I want to play on that piano, about my experience of like playing around all the different public pianos around different countries. And what happened was Brandon actually reached back out to me on Instagram and was like, "Yo, come by. Maybe I can squeeze you through, but maybe we could collaborate on a video together." Right. And yeah, even though I didn't get to play on the piano because I emailed too late, but I was able to collaborate with a video with him, who has like 13 million followers on Instagram. And through that video that I made, the mayor of New York followed me.
Bro.
Zoran
Zoran
Mandani. Yeah.
Mandani. I'm saying it right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so to kind of rewind back to your account got banned that you grinded so hard on, and then when you got it back, you're kind of just like, I'm not really motivated to keep making videos. But right now you have an Instagram account where you do this height detection series. Like, it's really popular. Me and all my friends know it. Like, I tell my friends, like, oh yeah, I'm interviewing Shane Fan X. They're like, oh my God, like somebody said hi. You know what I mean? Like people know about the account. Like, people love your account. And so why did you decide to run up that account? And how did you kind of come up with the idea?
Yeah, so I started this about 2 years ago, I think. This new concept of finding people's heights. I only made it because I wanted to get back into social media again, right? I think for me, a big part of my identity was that I was able to grow an account so fast, and I was really big on social media. But because I was out of the game for 2 years, I felt like I was losing that credibility a little bit. I just wanted to prove myself and prove to everyone else that I can still do this. I see content sort of as a two-dimensional company, and finding audiences is sort of similar to finding like the audiences for a product as well. So yeah, I was just trying to think like what people would want to consume and what would be really entertaining. And I just went on different like internet communities and just tried to think to myself, what niche hasn't been taken yet, and what's something I could do to make this be very, very crazy and entertaining for a video. So essentially, I combined a couple of subreddits into like my video content. One is like finding people's heights because people care about how tall they are. Other is like r/they did the math. I thought that's really cool. Like
They did the math.
yeah, it's like a subreddit where people would do math for random stuff. Like sometimes it's like really crazy, like basic stuff, but they do like a shit ton of math just to solve that like really simple problem. And I thought that community was really interesting. I wanted to like do it in video form too. So for my first video, I sat down, I wrote a script for like 6 whole hours on like how can I make every single second of this as entertaining or as funny as possible. That's what it came out to be. Posted the video, it got viral, and I just continued making it till this day.
You're obviously on the media grind. You're posting every single day, but you're also running multiple other startups. What does a day in the life actually look like for you?
Yeah, I actually only spend like 30 minutes to an hour a day on content right now. I got really good and really fast at making these videos. So I just wake up, crank out some videos, and just start working.
So you only spend 30 minutes a day just making the videos? Like, what about, do you still do like market research and stuff like that on?
Not really. Yeah, not too much. It's like when I eat, right? When I take bathroom breaks, right before I sleep, like when I check my phone, those times add up. I think a lot of people spend their time just doom scrolling on social media. I don't really do that unintentionally. Every time I do is like intentional, and as such, my time spent on social media is actually what I notice, like on average, less than other people, even though I do post, right? And that's including the time I spend making videos.
Mhm. Obviously, like I mentioned before, your life is very weird. And how did it come to be this way? Like, was it always this weird? Like, what did your childhood kind of look like?
In my childhood, I I enjoy my childhood, but I think to other people, it's objectively pretty rough and pretty tough.
Why was it rough?
Because I was an immigrant, right? I came here when I was 8 years old, and I didn't speak any English, and assimilating into the culture was very difficult.
How did that environment feel emotionally for you? And what were some of the struggles that you had to go through?
At the time, it was just my pregnant mom, my younger brother, and I in the US. And every time we wanted to buy groceries, we had to push a shopping cart for 2 miles to and back because we didn't have transportation, or just like filing a lot of the paperwork, not really knowing English. And yeah, assimilating into the schools, getting bullied because I didn't speak English, all stuff like that. I think is pretty common in immigrant households that immigrants face, and it's just not addressed enough. And it's definitely quite rough. But I think because I experienced through it and lived through it, I was able to be very resilient coming out of it.
How old were you when you immigrated to America? And why did your family immigrate to America?
Yeah, so I came here when I was 8. And at the time, China had the one child policy. My parents wanted more children. And since I already had a younger brother, we had no choice but to move to the US. And when we moved here, yeah, it was just my pregnant mom and I and my younger brother, while my dad had to stay behind for the first few years to support us financially overseas. And because we weren't the most well off financially, it was just really rough all around.
Did those experiences drive you to care a lot about money or care a lot about like, oh, I have to make it in life, or kind of like spark the early ambitions? Because like, for example, I think a lot of people who are really ambitious are strivers. And like, again, you're 23, like most 23-year-olds are starting their first corporate job. And obviously it feels like you've lived multiple lifetimes, right? And so do you think those experiences from your childhood are what drove you to really want to like make it out?
Yeah, I think so. I think being an immigrant really made me want to strive for more. I wanted to just make money myself or just support myself so that I would be able to at least like get some nice stuff for me without having to worry.
Mhm. You also graduated Berkeley at 18. Like how did, like, you know what I mean? Like not many people do that. You know what I mean? Like what was kind of the transition of, okay, I'm in America, I don't even really know how to speak English, to I literally graduate from one of the best universities at the age that most people start.
But back in China, I was a pretty good student. I would always be like top of class, like in like first, second grade. Like I would get perfect scores on every single test.
And did it come naturally to you, or did you have to work really hard for it?
In China, it was supernatural because my mom really cared about education. So like I remember in kindergarten, my mom would like just sit next to me and like do homework with me. And yeah, that just I think made me more advanced as a kid. But in general, I was always pretty advanced until I came to the States because I didn't speak any English. In my first year here in the US, I think I had like straight Fs besides math.
Bro.
Yeah. And then I had to like take summer classes to like catch up. And I didn't even know what it meant, like what the letter grades were and stuff like that, because my English was just so bad. I wasn't too gifted on the language side, so I had to like work extra hard to just even like speak English and learn English and like communicate with other people.
And did you have like friends during this time?
Yeah, since my family Like we weren't completely saturated here in the US. We moved around a lot. Like I went through like a lot of different elementary schools. I don't even know how many, like five maybe. It's like hopping around, right? To for different neighborhoods. There was and in each school, I somehow developed like a different personality because I think how I acted really depended on like the specific friend groups or the people I talked to, and and that really made me just learn more about like different social interactions. I did have friends, but I didn't really keep in contact with a lot of them since I transferred so much, and yeah, I only had like short term friends.
And you mentioned how like when you first got to America, you had straight Fs. When did you start getting good?
I think like 2 years after, I think most of my issue was just English. And once I like caught up on English, I was able to just like really cruise. I took ninth grade in person, and then I took like the rest online.
Bro. So I guess you were kind of just like speed running, graduating college as early as possible.
Oh, really? So I just wanted to take more classes. But after high school, I didn't apply to college at the time, so I didn't know like what to do. And I just registered myself at a local community college and just took a lot of classes. Got I think yeah I got two or I got I think I got three associates in 1 year, and then transferred to Berkeley.
Like, do you like learning that much? Did you like class that much? Like, did you like taking tests that much? Like, you love academia that much, or?
I think I just at the time I wanted to flex to like my classmates. Like I was able to handle like a huge course load, so I would legit just like sign up for like 10 classes. And because it was like over the traditional course limit, I had to like ask a counselor to like increase my limit for me. Right, I just felt really powerful doing that, and by taking these classes, like it sort of like filled some void inside me that I was able to like prove myself that I can do it.
And did you actually enjoy it when you were working really hard and doing all these classes?
It's been so long. I think I enjoyed my classes, but at Berkeley, after I got to Berkeley, like I felt very liberated because this was my first time where I was truly just living life by myself, and I was able to like try a lot of different things. My parents didn't really drive me around too much, and I didn't want to ask them. At Berkeley, I was able to just like join all the different types of clubs. That was really nice.
So it really sounds like to me like you were kind of chasing freedom. Like you really wanted freedom, like the freedom to kind of experience, like truly experience life on your own terms because no one was going to give it to you.
I guess so. Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Did you feel like education or being really excellent in school was the best way to go about it? Because I actually, like 3 years ago, that was the thing I wanted the most in life. Like I really wanted freedom. Like I wanted freedom. I wanted to like, cause you know, whatever, like I was broke, whatever, like, you know what I mean? It was kind of just like, bro, my future looking kind of chopped, not gonna lie. It's just like, oh, you know, like I know that there are people out there who live these like crazy lives. And it's just like, how can I do this too? And that's actually how I got into crypto, right? Because crypto back then, the lifestyle was just crazy. The money was crazy, right? And every day I'm like super thankful that like, oh shit, I grinded. You know, like I grinded to kind of be able to live life on my own terms. Like, did you have this phase where you really just like, you want to travel, you want to make money, you want to like experience crazy stuff?
I don't know if I really thought like that back then. I think I just didn't know what else to do. So I just the only thing I had in my mind was like how to finish school, how to do well in school, how to get a good job. Right. I didn't think any other option was out there for me. I just because I really didn't know, right? Like, I didn't know what companies were, how they existed. Like, I just was pretty clueless back then.
Did that give you a lot of anxiety of like, oh, what am I going to do in my future? Like, what is my future going to look like? Oh, I have no idea what I want. I have no idea what my life could look like. Because obviously, the way your life has panned out is pretty incredible. Like, how would you describe how your life turned out to be the way that it was?
So I guess it started within college. My friends would recruit for these consulting clubs on campus. At Berkeley, they had these like really, really competitive consulting clubs, right? That would have like 1% acceptance
I
rate.
hate these.
Yeah, and I would try my hardest to like get into those clubs, but I really couldn't.
Oh, say,
Yeah.
say.
And I would be grinding to join all these like competitive clubs or like trying to get these like positions, but I just really couldn't. I just knew that I had to do something else so that like I'm not behind, and that would be for me like starting different things. That would be like starting a few clubs on campus.
What clubs did you start?
I started. I don't think they're around anymore, but I started DevOps at Berkeley. I started a consulting club. I think that fell.
Bro.
I started a class it's called Cloud Computing and Software as a Service at Berkeley with some people I met on the Berkeley Eeks Discord, and that class was pretty successful. We had like over 100 students.
You taught the class.
Yeah, I was one of the instructors. I was one of the two instructors. Yeah, and it was really crazy. It was my first time starting something on campus that succeeded. Right, I thought that would have that was impossible at the time, and because of that, I think my like I was able to see that like I could just do things, and it doesn't really matter if it fails. I could just try, and sometimes it would hit.
And what are the other things that you tried?
Over one of the summers during COVID, I was just at home and I made a post on Reddit, asking if people wanted to like join my startup, and I had so many people join the Discord, and we just and it got down to like I think 40 of us, and we just grinded on a lot of these like startup products over the summer.
40 people, one startup?
Yeah, it was
Bro,
like
what
just
the hell?
everyone volunteering, and just like really fun because no one else had things to do. We had a few products like I didn't get to like millions of website visits, and that was a really crazy feeling at the time. But because like everyone was just there for fun, like just on the volunteering basis, like it really died over the summer. After the summer ended and people went back to school. But through that Discord community, like I met a lot of my like closest friends today.
And so that was also kind of your, like the club and the startup experience was kind of like the first time where you kind of dabbled in entrepreneurship and all these things.
Yeah, it was like entrepreneurship without me realizing it was entrepreneurship.
I guess because you are an entrepreneur, you founded like multiple companies, but then also from what it sounds like, you're really smart, you're really good at teaching. Like, why was it not the academia path? Why was it not like, and you also did social media. Yeah, you also mentioned you did social media when you were 18, right? Like you have all these different paths that you can take. Back then, what was the thing that was the most attractive to you? Because you also mentioned you want to be like an inventor, kind of.
So back then, when I was in college, when I was 17, all my friends, they would put like Fang and all these like quant positions at a super high pedestal. Yeah, I wasn't really passionate about doing that for a career. I just I wanted to do it because all my friends thought it was prestigious and it was good. Two parts. Well, luckily one is my social media kicked off, right? And I just decided like to stop all my like software engineering and quant interviews that I had lined up immediately just because my social media started kicking off. I just focused on that full time. And the second is I think just having like online friend groups that were able to like just like really support me in whatever I was doing. Yeah.
What did life look like the past 5 years post grad when you decided to go all in on social media and building? Like, what did the years look like?
Yeah, so I got into startups, like real startups, through this legendary woman named Lucy Guo. She was my first ever investor through her fund Backend Capital, and essentially I met her because my Instagram started popping off, and she's like one of the first people in tech to really care about the creator economy, and she invited me to the Miami Hack Week, and
Like she invited you personally to meet her at Miami.
Yeah. And then I joined HF0, and that's like where I really like first learned about like startups and starting a company. And during 2021, there was this like really big crypto high, and I was really invested, really caring about crypto. I still do, and that's how I like decided to like build my company within crypto.
What did you care about at the time in 2021, or what was life in 2021? Because I know crypto was crazy. Like sometimes I wish I was in crypto in 2021 because some of the stories I hear are insane.
Yeah, it was really fun to be honest. Like a lot of my friends, they would join these all these like online groups where they would trade. There's these like NFT profile picture communities, right? And it was really fun. Everyone was in it together, just for the love of the game, right? And everyone's like net worth was just like climb day by day, and it was just a really crazy feeling.
And you guys were also traveling the world together and such, right?
In 2021, yeah, I went to different conferences to learn about the space, meet investors and whatnot, and yeah, raised some money for Waterfall. Yeah, at the same time too.
Obviously, the industry now is like I don't know if you've been seeing all the time, like people are like, oh my God, it's dead. Oh my God, it's dead. Because it's like all these like people who've been in crypto for a long time are leaving. All these projects are closing down. What is your conviction today when most people have left?
I joined crypto because transactions between different countries was very interesting. Being able to own things like money on the internet. I really enjoy the crypto community. My friends are on crypto Twitter. A lot of my friends today are still doing crypto, and just being part of that community is really nice. And that's why I enjoy doing Waterfall a lot.
Tell me about how did you get involved with co-founding Sperm Racing?
Yeah, so I had lunch with one of my co-founders. His name was Eric.
Bro, Eric was the first guest on the pod.
Yeah, and he always has these craziest ideas. He's known for being the toilet kid on tech Twitter. And he proposed me this idea at the time as a joke, or half as a joke, half serious. And he was like, yo, what do you think about sperm racing? And yeah, as soon as I heard those words coming from someone who has like social media background and knows who has the intuition on how to go viral, I just knew sperm racing is super easy to go viral for. And seeing how the world is heading in the direction today where people care more about their health, right? Like Gen Z drink less than others. There's like biohacking influencers now. People care more about the toxins in their foods and their clothes. I just knew that a competition finding who's the healthiest will like succeed.
Do you ever regret choosing to go down the founder route? Because I think a lot of people, like, so obviously you can probably see so many people today glamorize, oh, I want to be a founder. I want to do a startup, right? They're able to raise a bunch of money. And then it's like, whoa, crazy highs and all those things. But then the raise is kind of like, that's like the peak, And then low-key just all goes downhill from there. I think the biggest lesson that I've observed in the past few years, because I also wanted to be, in college, I really wanted to be a founder. Like, my dream is to be a founder. Like, my whole plot was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get really good at something. And then, like, my senior year, someone's going to approach me, and we're going to start a company together, and, like blah, blah, whatever, like, fantasy stuff, right? For example, now today, I'm like, I don't want to be a founder. Like, there's no way that I would want to be a founder, right? Because I see, like, how hard it is. Like, how hard it is emotionally, how hard it is just, like intellectually, right? And then it's also, like, the thing where, like, you can put in your everything. You put your everything, and then for reasons not even related to what you can control, it can all just, like, collapse. It can all just, like, go away. And I feel like it's really, really, really scary. So I guess I'm wondering, like, do you ever regret this path?
No, I would I do not regret at all. There's a lot of responsibility, right? From like my team members who basically devoted their lives working with me. and my investors who trusted their capital, and it's a lot of responsibility. And obviously, I would feel that having an effect on me, but I think that just pushes me to try harder and iterate more and just not give up. Yeah, I believe in the cockroach method, which is if people step on you, if you die, you just don't die. You just get back up and just try to survive longer, and eventually something will hit.
How are you actually able to pick yourself back up when things keep like not going your way? Like realistically, you know what I mean? 'Cause it's like it's so like it's actually like so hard.
Yeah, because there's no other way out, right? Like if you don't pick yourself up, then you actually are going to then I'm actually going to have to like couch surf, right? I'm actually going to have to do things that I don't really want to do, and I just have to like pick it back up and just push forward, and there's just no other way.